Hello everyone, this is my lecture video 2. I am going to explain about module number 5 kinematics, Newton's laws and motion curves. Now in this lecture video I am going to explain about Newton's laws of motion. So here in the Newton's laws we have Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law and Newton's law of gravitation. Right. So what is meant by Newton's first law means it states that every body continues in its state of rest or motion unless or until some external force is applied on it. Okay. So in other words, you can say like every body continues in its state of rest or of uniform motion so long as it under the influence of a balanced force system. Right. So every body will be under the state of rest or under the motion. Okay. But unless or until some external force is applied over it, it will not stop or it will not move. Okay. It may be moving in the same line, means in the same speed, same acceleration. Okay. But when external force is applied, it will tends to stop. That is called as Newton's first law of motion. Right. What is meant by Newton's second law? It says that the rate of change of momentum of your body is directly proportional to the impressed force and it takes place in the direction of force acting on it. So guys, F is equal to ma. That is the final thing which is obtained from Newton's second law. Okay, how much ever the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force. That's what the Newton's second law explains. Okay, and we are all aware of Newton's third law. Newton's third law says that this law states that the action and reaction are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Right. So F1 is equal to F2. Whatever we do, the action is equal to the reactional force. Right. So if you throw a ball over a wall, that may be thrown towards you, right? That is the action and reaction. So that are all the different examples I can give for Newton's first law, second law and third law, right? So the next one is we are going to see about the motion curves. So the methods for the motion curves or determining the motion curves is graphical representation method and displacement time graph method. Right. So the graphical representation method means, see guys, earlier we will be using the accurate, we will be needing the accurate one. For that we used to do with the help of graph. So the problems in dynamics can be analyzed actually from all the methods by analytical method or a graphical method. But the graphical lead to some, most of the times we will be using the graphical method for the simpler solutions, even though the problem is very complicated. So very simple terms, very simple graphs we are using for graphical method. Okay, so analytical method means you need to calculate using so many formulas from the beginning. Instead, if you are using graphical method, a very fastly, very simple solution can be obtained soon, right? So we can see about what are all the different graphical methods. See guys, there are graphical methods like velocity graph method, acceleration graph method, displacement graph method. So now as a sample we are going to see about displacement time graph. So this is the representation with the graph. It shows the displacement with a uniform time. So we know that displacement means it is the the change of position with respect to some reference point, with respect to some time is called as the displacement. Right. So there will be like a constant speed in the displacement. So when coming to displacement, the plot is will be having some slope and the variation of displacement with respect to time. The slope indicates the displacement is equal to the like it is understood that the body is moving with uniform velocity. So velocity also should be considered over here, but we have to highlight the graph of displacement and time, right? So here I have a few graphs. The first graph is variation of displacement with the time. As you can see a constant slope. So here there is a formula S is equal to Vt, which is the calculation of displacement and time. When it is having a uniform velocity, okay, simply means the body initial velocity will be u is equal to 0. S is equal to, see guys, u is equal to 0. So Vt you can take, this is a constant velocity with respect to constant time. So it's a linear and the slope is said to be in the same line, right? The next one is when it is having a constant speed, constant velocity. Okay, so the graph will look like this. The variation of displacement and graph will be equal. Equal means wherever you start the same, see guys, if you have time over here, the same displacement you'll be having, right? So this is equal displacement and time. Okay, and the third graph says that when the displacement is consistently more, okay, it will be represented in a curved path, okay, and when there are more displacement, okay, more time, sometimes this quadrant or quadrant like variation will happen. Okay, so these are all the different graphs you have to draw for the variation of displacement with respect to time. Okay, and the next one is the velocity time graph, right? So you can see a plot of velocity with respect to time. So the first one is when velocity and time are equal. So you can see the time is t1 means the object in the first position, t2 means the object in the second position, right? So you can see the varying velocity. This is the same when the velocity is uniform. Okay, when the velocity is slightly higher and you have two instances of time, okay, but you have only one instance, means it will look like this, the same graph only. This is with respect to two instances of time, and this is having the same instance, that is no instance of time, only simple time, right? So for two instances of time you have to calculate v2 v1 and you have to subtract it. So these are all the things should be noted in the velocity time graph. So here we had seen the displacement time graph and velocity time graph. Even if you draw the acceleration time graph, that will also look like the same thing. There is no variation. The graph will look similar for all three motion curves. So these are all the explanations under the motion curve, guys. So see you on the next lecture video. Thank you everyone.